Your 3-minute question and answer period for the Scotiabank Climate Action Challenge will now begin. How has COVID-19 impacted your project?
So that's a really great question, and it's definitely not an easy answer that we have for it because it has impacted us in ways that we wouldn't have been able to imagine. Our project actually works across 3 provinces, so we don't only work in local Indigenous communities, but we also work in Saskatchewan and British Columbia. And so you can see how this could pose a variety of problems because we are used to traveling quite a bit for our projects. And so one of the main ways that we've had to adapt during COVID is we've been limiting our travel. And so right at the beginning of COVID especially, we weren't traveling at all. And we had to actually adjust all of our projects to online. And so this has been great in certain ways and not so much in other ways. And I'll explain a little bit more what I mean. We have been able to connect more online, which means that we've been able to reach more communities. And so we actually do have more conversations and more frequent conversations with different individuals and different First Nations communities, which has actually allowed our project to expand from 3 First Nations to 30 First Nations during COVID. But it also has hindered our projects in the relationship way. And so because First Nations communities rely so heavily on personal relationships with the people that they work with, having that in-person meeting is extremely important. And we have not had that opportunity to meet quite as frequently as we normally would. And so just because of that, we may not have progressed in some personal relationships as far as we would have liked to. But our team actually has been lucky enough that we've been able to continue to travel when we need to, because we have been declared essential workers in a variety of First Nations communities. And so because of this, we have been able to, just carefully continue to travel when we are able to. We do mitigate those risks by only traveling when completely necessary and going into First Nations and having all of those precautions taken, such as just wearing masks and, social distancing where we see fit. But we have had the opportunity to continue to travel just because some of our projects do require that travel. But it definitely just has hindered us, like I said, just because of the extreme travel that we do typically in each of the communities.
Can you quickly touch on how we've moved our entrepreneurship workshops online?
Certainly, yes. So over the last year, obviously with the limited travel being able to work on the projects, we spent a couple of months transitioning all of our entrepreneurship workshop modules. So there's 6 modules for entrepreneurship and 5 for financial literacy, all through a Prezi virtual environment, and also recorded recorded videos so that students can—
Your time has now expired. Thank you, Lambton College.